Suddenly they turn.
Speaking.
This theory.
Try and hold it steady. I'm gonna try and make a final log entry. Can't keep it stable much longer, Captain. Losing power in the stabilizers, Captain.
X Beyond Frontier'in bir önceki bölümlerinde pilotumuz dünya gezegeninden farklı bir boyuta yanlışlıkla atlama yapmıştı. Bu yaptığı atlama onu X evrenine sürüklemişti. X evreninde kaybolmuştu resmen. Alelacele toparlanıp dünyaya geri dönmesi lazımdı. Ama dünyaya dönerken tabii X evreni içerisinde de farklı olaylar dönüyordu. Bu olayları çözümleyip hem kendisini hem X evrenini hem de yuvası olan dünyayı kurtarmak zorundaydı. Bu kurtuluşun yolu X evreninin içerisindeki gizemlerde gizliydi. Bu gizemleri araştırırken Nathan Argan isimli bir kaptanın kaydına ulaştı. Bu kayıt esnasında öğrendikleri şeyler şok ediciydi. Terraformingler X evrenindeydi ve bu terraformingler artık kendilerine terraforming demiyor, Xenon diyorlardı. Bu Xenonlarla baş etmek zorundaydı. Kapıyı bulmalı, onarmalı, dünyaya geri dönmeli ve kapıyı tekrardan yok etmeliydi. Ama bunu yapmak için önünde çok uzun bir yol vardı. Bu yolda ona yardımcı olacak kişiler de gerekiyordu. O yüzden Argon Prime'ın merkezine gidip Argon istihbaratıyla iletişime geçti.
So you are the pilot the Secret Service wants to talk to. One moment, I'll put you through to someone else. You are the pilot claiming to be from the planet known as Earth. My operational name is Bandana. I ask the questions. Argon Secret Service. And by the way, if you want to fly again, I'd suggest you answer my questions. We just might be on the same side. We are interested in the object you retrieved from inside the split space sector. We have monitored your every movement in this universe. Ever since you first met the Talad here, you have been the subject of the greatest scrutiny. At first, we suspected you may be a Xenon spy, but then, after your contact with the Goners, we became convinced that you really are who you claim to be. We do. We also need to know the coordinates for the ancient jump gate, just like you. Maybe because you don't want to see Earth destroyed. We have reports of a buildup of Xenon forces deep inside their own sectors. For some time, we believed that they were poised, ready to attack our own sectors. However, the existence of this jump gate changes things. In order to answer your question, we will download some history of our race directly into your onboard computer. Please read it and we will discuss matters further.
Welcome to the Argonopedia. You have chosen to look at the entry for the Xenon. During the year 160, reports emerged of unidentified spaceships appearing on the outer edges of the Argon Federation. These reports increased until the year 210, when these unidentified ships began attacking and destroying Argon ships. In 214, an Argon ship survived an attack, and the survivors reported the first positive sightings of their attackers, a race that became known as the Xenon. Between 214 and 225, these skirmishes escalated, culminating in the Xenon attack and destruction of the Antigon, a major Argon space station, killing thousands. In retaliation for this attack, the Argon had no choice but to declare war on the Xenon. This war became known as the Xenon conflict. The Argon Federation looked to their allies the Pyramid for help, but after much debate and discussion, in 213 the Emperor of the Pyramid politely refused to join the war, and relationships between the two races deteriorated. Between the years 230 and 255, the Xenon increased their attacks, and the Argon Federation lost battle after battle. Many space
You now see how dangerous this enemy is, and what a threat they pose to both our races. We figure that you know the location of the jump gate. For all our safety, it is a secret better shared. The Argon government has authorized a plan to seek out the jump gate and determine whether the Xenon know of its existence. If they do, we must consider launching a surprise attack on their assembled fleet before they attack Earth through it. Before we do anything, we need to know the status of the ancient jump gate, and only you hold the clue to where it can be found. We would be most pleased to work with you to achieve the same end, the destruction of the Xenon. You continue to upgrade your ship. Get the best laser and shield technology you can get. You will need it. Then you will explore the Xenon territory to the east of the Argon Federation and seek the wrecks of Nathan Gunn's fleet. Once you find that, you will have found the lost jump gate. Come back here and report the position and status so we can plan a joint attack. Understood? Talk to the pilot of the ship again and ask him for a support fighter. Maybe you can also contact the M1 carriers of other races and ask them for support ships too. With a little squad behind you, exploring the Xenon territory will prove an easier task. I trust you will do your best. Bandana out.
Albernant, Bandana ile yaptığı konuşma esnasında bir şeyin farkına varmıştı. Xenonların X evrenini ele geçirmeye başladı. Tabii ki bunun öncesinde Argonlular yıllarca Xenonlarla savaşmış ve onları itmeyi başarmıştı. Ama yine de tehdit devam ediyordu. Xenonlar gitgide güçleniyordu. En son darbeyi vurmak zorundalardı. Bandana, Albernant'a o gizli kapıyı bulmasını ve Xenon ırkının merkezine, yani kalbine gitmesini söyledi. Albernant'ın aklında soru işaretleri vardı. Hem dünyayı kurtarmak istiyordu, hem evine dönmek istiyordu, hem de barışı sağlamak istiyordu. Bunları bir arada yapmak için de önünde yine uzunca bir yol vardı. Bandana'nın söylediği şeyleri yaptı. Gemisine silahlar yükledi ve daha da güçlendi ve bu sayede kıyıya doğru ilerlemiş oldu.
This is Argon Carrier 1. Contact established. One moment. I will inform Bandana immediately. Great. Now that we know where the jump gate is located, our government will immediately activate a plan to attack the Xenon forces. The threat is real. Our first objective is to destroy the energy installations of the Xenon. Our undercover activities made it clear that it would be impossible to ultimately destroy the Xenon before destroying their power plants. We destroy a ship, and they build two new ones. You proved to be a good fighter pilot. Now we will give you the chance to play the key role in our attack on the Xenon. There are a number of power plants in the Xenon territory south of Boron Sector Ultrius Cloud. You will have to upgrade your ship till you can effectively wipe out a number of power plants. As soon as you decide to fly to the target sector, our fleet will be activated to support you. We will take care of the massive defense forces in that sector, while you eliminate the power plants. However, our fleet alone will not be able to hold back the Xenon fleet for long. If you are able to contact the other races, ask them to join our attack. Hopefully, they will understand the importance of this war.
Welcome to the Argonopedia. You have chosen to look at the entry for the Xenon.
Fine. The attack can start at any time. Bandana out.
Bandana durumun farkındaydı. Xenonlar enerji santralleri olduğu sürece hızlı bir şekilde çoğalmaya devam edecekti. Bu yüzden Kalbernand'a bir görev verdi. Gidip santralleri yok etmesi lazımdı. Böylelikle Xenonlar zayıflayacaktı ve onlara daha ağır bir saldırı gerçekleştirebileceklerdi. Kalbernand dediğini yaptı. Gidip Xenon sektörünün kalbine santralleri yok etmeye gitti. Santralleri yok ederken tabii ki sayısızca savaş yaptı. Bu savaşların içerisinde birçok Xenonluyu yok etti. Onları yok ettikten hemen sonra enerji santrallerini yok ederek Galbastan'ın yanına geri döndü.
Argon 1 speaking. Do you need help? One moment. I will inform Bandana immediately. The Argon government was already informed of our victory. Now we can continue our combined attack on the Xenon facilities. You did a great job destroying the power plants, but now we have an even harder target.
Welcome to the Argonopedia. You have chosen to look at the entry for the Xenon.
It looks like the Xenon managed to finish the construction of their new M0 mothership before we destroyed the power plants. This new ship is still located in the Xenon main sector. We did find a way to this sector from the split sector Thorax Beard. Leave Thorax Beard through the south gate. You will enter a Xenon sector. The Xenon main sector with their shipyard and the M0 mothership then lies behind the west gate. Destruction of this ship is mandatory. We believe this ship has an ultimate weapon, strong enough to destroy even the biggest carrier and destroyer-class ships with just one shot. For this reason, we will need your help once again. The Argon fleet will attack the Xenon main sector right after you initiate the attack. If you can, ask the other races to join us again, but we will all have to stay clearly away from the Xenon M0 ship. It will be your task to go after the M0 itself, while we will distract as many of the accompanying ships as possible. Argon Secret Service reports that you will get target locks on 6 independent laser towers. Destroy all of them. Afterwards, we will all concentrate our fire on the mothership itself. Fine. The attack can start at any time. Bandana out.
Target now locked on unknown Xenon ship. Target is now in firing range. Alert, rocket closing. Camera follows us. Turbo engaged. Target left firing range. Camera follows us. Target now locked on. Target left mosquito missile self-destructed. Mosquito.
To see you again. Bandana wants to talk to you. Hello. I heard all the reports about your great fight. The Argon government is very pleased with the results of our joint effort. Oh, pilot, I have some bad news for you. Our scout ships reported that the Xenon plans to repair the jump gate to Earth were aboard the mothership and are now lost forever. You saved Earth, but you are now not able to return to your home planet. Our government is terribly sorry for this and wants to compensate your loss. There are a couple of upgrades for your ship, specially developed by our engineers. The captain will deploy a few containers for you. I hope this will help you feel comfortable in the Argon Federation. Bandana out.
Bernard en sonunda başarmıştı. Xenonları yok ettiler. Tabii ki geçici bir süreliğine. Ama yine de eve dönemiyordu. X evreni kurtulmuştu. Belki dünyası da kurtulmuştu. Ama o dünyasına dönemeden X evreninde mahsur kalmıştı. Bundan sonraki olaylar zaten Karl Bernard'ın yaşadıklarını bir bir açıklayacak.
My name is Ion Badler, foster son of Norma Gardner, beholder of the truth at the temple. She raised me, cared for me, and loved me as if I'd been her own flesh and blood. These words are dedicated to her memory, and I send them out into infinity so that you, the people of the universe, will never forget about her. Not today, and not in a million years from now. From her I know the truth, the whole of it, as the telling of the truth was my mother's dedication, her passion, and ultimately her destruction. Now that she is no longer among us, I shall not cry, but continue what she has begun. I will pass the truth on to anyone with an open mind, who is willing to listen and accept, for it is of the utmost importance for the future of our civilization. Long ago, our species came from a distant solar system, with a bright yellowish star in its center, a star so warm and magnificent that it's hard to find the words to describe it. Count 3 planets from that sun. The first, a barren place of sometimes boiling, sometimes frozen rock. The second, shrouded with thick layers of everlasting clouds. Then the third planet, a world of beautiful white and blue, covered by vast deep oceans, crawling with life, and with the sweetest air to breathe. This is the place where our ancestors first looked up into the night skies in awe, wondering if somebody was staring back at them from afar. The name of that planet is Earth. In time, a deadly war between the people of Earth and the machines that later came to be known as the Xenon separated the last handful of humans in this region of space from their brothers and sisters on Earth. Our ancestors would not live long enough to return to the arms of their loved ones left behind on Earth. This is the memory that we, the Goner, have held for so many centuries. If I ever had any doubts, they have been cast away by the recent events. Events of a magnitude so vast that my mind still fails to grasp all of the consequences. Many weeks ago, a lone ship of unknown origin appeared in our realm. A ship that once had the power to cross the gulf of space between the stars on its own, not needing to traverse sectors by using jump gates. But an accident crippled the ship, disabled its star drive, and left its pilot marooned in this part of space, utterly alone and with no hope of return. As the Gona community supposed right from the start, the ship came from our forefathers' place of origin, Earth. All hell broke loose when the Argon government, knowing as much as the Goner, but not willing to reveal it to their people immediately, started to pursue the Earth ship, as did the Split and the Paranid. The pilot of that ship, a tall friendly man by the name of Captain Brennan, was unaware of the attention he was drawing. He had a difficult time comprehending where he was and how to survive the society of merchants and mercenaries. It must have seemed utterly alien to him. But he was good, and he was astute. Eventually he became known throughout our space, and even played an important role in the ultimate defeat of the Xenon threat. By then, the Argon government could no longer hide the truth, and we, the Goner, outcast for so long, were accepted at last. After the battle, the ship from Earth was brought to an Argon wharf where the engineers began to repair the damaged star drive. The idea was to help Captain Brennan return home, taking emissaries with him to establish diplomatic relations between the Foundation Guild and Earth. But when the star drive was started, the ship only blinked away for a split second, then reappeared in the same place, not going anywhere at all. I can hardly bring myself to describe the desolate expression of the big man from Earth on the day of the failed attempt at returning home. I could see the pain in his eyes and hear the trembling in his voice, and it made my heart ache. Later that day, the news came in. The spaceship was to be taken to the wharf again. This time the best scientists, not only of the Argon, but also the Boron and even the Taladi would try once more to repair the star drive. Promising not to stop until they had the solution, they began to dismantle the ship piece by piece, bolt by bolt, trying to fathom the secret of the jump engine and so locate the source of the problem. Thus they hoped to rebuild the ship to its former glory with a functioning star drive. We knew that this could take months, possibly even years. For all we knew, it might even be impossible. Brennan spent his time at the Goner Temple, sitting in silent contemplation and reflecting on his fate. He was inconsolable, brooding over his future until he finally reached the decision that would change our lives forever. I clearly remember the expression on the face of my little sister Ninyu, trying to cover her tears when the man from Earth told us what he had resolved to do. He would ask the Argon government to grant him access to a small cruiser so he could go back into space again on his own to find out friends, old and new, and to seek adventure. And so he went with a colorful burst from the thrusters of his new ship. This was the last we saw of him. It seems like an eternity ago to us now. To the present day, nobody knows where Brennan is now. Our hero, our messiah, our bringer of light in the time of darkness. Nobody knows if he fares well or if he faces great danger. Hope is all there is. We can only pray for him and for his safe return to us someday.
Kyle Brannan'ın X evrenindeki maceraları X Beyond Frontier oyununda heyecan verici bir başlangıç. Ancak Brannan'ın yolculuğu burada bitmiyor. Bir sonraki serimiz olan X2 Threat ile X evrenine ve Brannan'ın başına gelenlere daha derinlemesine dalacağız. Ancak bu sefer hikayemize Brannan'la devam etmeyecek. X2 Threat'in ana karakteri Julian Gradna olacak. Julian, X evreninin tehlikeleri ve gizemlerini keşfederken kendini benzersiz bir yolculuğa çıkartacak. Takipte kalmayı, bildirimlerinizi açık tutmayı unutmayın. Kendinize iyi bakın. Görüşmek üzere. Bye bye.